Pisces, welcome. I hope you guys are doing well. Happy fall. Welcome. If you are new here, you're very welcome. If you're returning, welcome back. My Pisces babies are probably affected a pretty good deal right now, especially with this lunar eclipse happening in your sign, and then the solar eclipse coming the 21st, which is happening in Virgo, your polarity. So let's get right into this. God, help me get clear, precise messages, block interferences and negativity, return it to where it belongs. Thank you so much. Thank you guys as well for the likes, comments, the subscribes. The subscribes are my biggest motivation, but I appreciate all the support. Okay, Pisces. So, the 13th, the Sun and Mercury met up in Virgo. This is highlighting your 7th house of relationships and partnerships. One-on-one bonds could definitely be taking like center stage for you right now, whether it be platonic, romantic, or family. The lunar eclipse lighting up your first house is all about self and identity. This is probably like awakening or activating your truest self. This happening, breaking open who you naturally are and who you are becoming could also play a huge role in your relationships. Are your partnerships or relationships, are they mirroring your truest self and your truest intentions, or are they muffling you? The 14th, we have this quarter moon in Gemini, and this is bringing a lot of grounding and stability to your home life, highlighting your 4th house more, self-care, love, cuddling up, home, happiness in the home. Just make sure at this time, especially with the Sun and Mercury, make sure that if you are having any kind of like sensitive conversations or serious conversations, make sure that you are present and that whoever you're having the conversation with is present as well. There's nothing worse than having a serious conversation or even like pouring your heart out to somebody who might be a little too busy to hear it. And make sure to keep your defensiveness on the low for now. Okay, Pisces, you also have Mars here. Competition, action, and willpower. So there you could be like recreating yourself. It's going to be a free general read for my Pisces babes. You have the moon as your first element to show up. And your very first phrase is creeping. You could be having like a ton of success right now, especially with this Mars. But you could have somebody like creeping on you or watching you from behind the scenes. In your pre-shuffle, there was like some groupie energy. It's probably going to be different for each of you, but I don't know. Keep that in mind. It could be a family member. I don't know. You got somebody watching you that you might not be aware that they're watching, or you might be. I don't know. You're a Pisces. Watching you from behind the scenes. Somebody could also be kind of envious of your success, is what I'm getting. You have Taurus, Neptune, 4th house. Yeah, you could really be like upping your style, pouring into your home, pouring into your family. Your dreams could be extremely vivid right now. You could be gaining a lot of like physical well-being and emotional well-being. Like this is like stable home life, like everything you've dreamt of. Finances, stability, health, emotional fulfillment, the self being taken care of and the family being taken care of. Like this, that's a beautiful lineup. Could be dealing with another Pisces, a Taurus, a Cancer, or somebody who has any of those in their chart. Yeah, look, Taurus and Cancer. So these could be very significant signs for you right now. Could be seeing 444. All right, Pisces, what's going on for my Pisces babes? You could also be, because eclipses are known to drastically change the environment from like night to day to night. You could be maybe having a little bit of deja vu, feeling like you're going back in time, or kind of just like seeing like you're in a totally different spot than you were a week or two ago. Things feel totally different than they did a couple weeks ago. But get ready for this to happen again, because the 21st we have the solar eclipse coming in, which is even more powerful, or just as powerful. I'm really loving this candle. You have Pluto, Scorpio energy. Pisces babies. Who's Pisces? Whoa, you got more Scorpio wanting to pop out? Capricorn, Virgo, Taurus. Neptune, that's you. Aries, Leo, Sag. Look at all this blue. Like your subconscious could really be activated, intuition really be activated coming up. Pisces. More Cancer, so this whole side is water. That's like some could be coming into an emotional time, nurturing time, caring time. You have Capricorn. Mercury, Uranus, and Scorpio. I would say like be open to any and all change coming up. Bottom of the deck, you have Mars, Venus, and Aquarius. You might be getting ready to like step out of your comfort zone in one way or another. There's a lot. Fourth house, family, roots, foundation. Cancer, nurturing, sensitive, caring. Somebody has like a lot of Cancer in their chart. Here we go. the lunar eclipse, culmination, release, and illumination. You have South Node, past lives, natural gifts, karmic challenges. You have Mars again, competition, action, willpower. And solstice, focus, transition, and amplification. Pisces, 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 Pisces. You guys make sure that you're liking the video, getting the message out to others who may need it. Try to remember that this is a group read, so if something doesn't resonate for you, please leave it for whoever it's for. If none of it resonates, check your other placements. You have the riddle. It's Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio. There, I just realized that. We have the unseen. The overall energy was solstice. We have the ocean, it would be. Okay, starting out with the energy of the riddle, you could be stepping out of this energy, or it could be kind of like lingering still a bit for you. It represents a great awakening or an aha moment. It can also represent manipulation, deceit, or trickery. The energy that you're moving into is the unseen. It represents clairvoyance, guidance, whispers of wisdom. It can also represent a dark looming energy, unwillingness to forgive. And the overall energy that you're stepping into, or the energy that's coming towards you, is the ocean. The power of the ocean is unmatched. To step into its salty waters is to step into the unknown. By its sheer volume, the ocean represents the unconscious, all that is beyond our understanding. We cannot live within the ocean. We cannot claim it, manage it, or own it. It rejects our every attempt to dominate nature. Yet, amid its overwhelming power, it calls to us, inspires us, and invigorates our life on land. It dissolves the little us into the big us. When the energy of the ocean is present, there's a change stirring that is beyond any change you've known before. The ego must dissolve. The saline swells work on your very cells, your fibers, your deepest underlying beliefs. Like Aphrodite, we rise from the ocean's froth, a new being. Life is change. Let the wave crash. It represents being deeper than deep, big dreams and discovery. It can also represent feeling subsumed, drowned, polluted, and unpredictable. This flame is flaming. So yeah, you could also be kind of acknowledging that you may never get all the answers that you want, the riddle. You could be stepping into a time of your intuition being extremely spot on. You could start getting synchronicities and little signs and stuff like that. But there's something about you, I feel like it's you diving into something, because these are really strong cards to end on. Solstice, amplification, and the ocean. You may be like kind of following your gut and diving very deep into something that you don't know the answers to. You don't know the outcome. You can't predict how it's going to be. Somebody may be planning to go away as well. It would probably do you a lot of good to be around a body of water. What else is going on with Pisces? Another person may bring this kind of like metaphysical, emotional, intuitive side out of you, where you start experiencing things that you can't see, things you can't explain here in the physical world. The riddle. I have attraction. I have someone wishing illness or death onto another person. What's coming in? I have peace. It's the overall energy with solstice and ocean. Something about money is important. You could be jumping into a job that maybe has you feeling kind of overwhelmed, subsumed. Right, so there's this beautiful energy that you're in, but there's like something that lingers around. There's player or hoe, toxic and betrayal. This could be something that you're kind of like, it's in the background of your thoughts. You could be worried about it. Creeping again. What's the ocean for Pisces? Right. Look at that. Good health and happiness. Like, but you're worried, or somebody here is. And you could be maybe like bonding with somebody over this kind of energy. Yeah, protecting yourself from. Something could have to do with another Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio, but happiness and good health, like. All right, let's get a couple more oracles and get into the tarot. You have fair woman here. Dealings or relationship with a woman with blonde, gray, or white hair. This person could be like unknown to you. You have the pig. Beware of greed. You could also be in this energy, creating this energy. You could have like a connection with someone that both of y'all kind of, it's like building a foundation, signing up for karmic challenges and a karmic connection. But with all this water here with Mercury, you like, it's like telepathy. It's like spiritual, like, like psychic connections, intuitive connections, stuff like that. But in the background, there could be people wishing, yeah, someone will gossip about your secrets. You have the door, opportunities waiting for you. The parrots in the door the doors could be significant. Someone trying to make you do something against your will. And the peacock, beware of great pride. Look at all these birds, okay? That's a lot of messages. Pay attention. Look at these birds. Look at bird flying. News is on the way. Bird perched, waiting for news, packages, or letter. I don't think I've ever seen that many birds in a row like that. It's crazy. And birds are symbolic of messages, spiritual gifts. You have the weeping willow, family sorrow. This time of year may kind of bring something to do with family to the forefront that you have to like deal with. The key, successful outcome to your problems. Some of my Pisces are moving in with someone. Yeah, the rose, romance is in the air. The keys, the fourth house energy. Caring, nurturing, home, family. You have the bridge, successfully overcoming a problem. Goodness. So I feel like you're very appreciative. You're very, very grateful. Yeah, the wishbone, a wish granted. Either you are or another person is. This could be a new job or something, but somebody is like extremely grateful. This is great. The most difficult part of a situation is over. Roses and rainbows. All right, Pisces. The unseen and peace. Yeah, you could also be dealing with people or creating, connections that make your intuition calm. Keep your anxiety at peace. You don't have to worry about what they're saying or what they're doing. The unseen and peace. You have the tulip, great passion. And you have axe, forces working against you. So you may be totally aware that there's people wishing that your success in a situation may not work out. You are highly thought of. I think we're going to leave it on this rainbow. There's a lot of positivity. This could be kind of new to you, being in such a new peaceful energy. Axe, this could be significant here. All right, let's get into the tarot. Y'all are the first to see my decorations coming out. You won't be the last. I was gonna bring so much stuff in here, but there's only so much space a camera can pick up. The Two of Wands popping out already. Pisces. You have the Page of Wands. New journey, a new message. Sun. Goodness. I like this energy. I really like this energy. It's so light compared to, damn, like there, oh my goodness, definitely. The Sun is symbolic of life, joy, vitality. Somebody may have Leo in their chart. We have Justice here coming through. This is like karmic gifts, the scales being balanced out. This could be you choosing joy over everything else. We have the High Priestess, which is Pisces energy. There could be something that you're holding back, or somebody maybe, feels like you're holding back. There's energy of like watching, maybe studying, judgment, the truth, karma. Somebody from someone's past may try like popping up out of nowhere. To the Knight of Wands. So you could have recently kind of like embarked on a new journey. It brings a ton of joy. It brings a lot of like fairness. It almost feels like it's your justice, it's your due. Some of you may be dealing with legal issues. Could stem from the past. For my masculines, it could be from decisions you made when you were young, when you were a boy, you were young. Others of you, you may feel like you have to like deal with this quietly, can't say anything. There's some kind of like fair ruling here. A lot of Leo in today's read. Page of Wands for Pisces. Some of you may, look at all this Pisces. Some of you may get a message or have recently received a message, and it's like an answer you've been waiting for, and it's like it's a good message. If you haven't received it yet, y'all definitely will. Page of Wands for Pisces. Somebody may have a son. Somebody may maybe dealing with court or fairness. There's this family. Page of Wands. It's you. It's the Hanged Man. You could have maybe struggled to leap into this new journey. Yeah, conflicted feelings. But then you just decide to, it brings joy, it brings fairness, it's like intuitive, it's kind of spiritual. So you could have recently decided to surrender to it, jumped in. With the Five of Pentacles. Justice. The Ace of Cups. The High Priestess. Strength again. And the Nine of Pentacles. Yeah, somebody could be moving up the ladder in like a work situation. You could almost feel like you're like quietly taming some kind of beast as well, but you don't, but you want to do it on your own terms. You don't want it to be from the past. If you're in a connection or something like that, like this energy is like somebody holding you down, like no matter what, or somebody pouring into you when you had didn't have anything or something like that. All right, the outcome with the ocean and happy. I'll get some color. Judgment. You could be like really nervous about whatever venture this is. If it's a new job, a moving homes, a relationship, there's like overwhelming feeling like, well, what if I end up with nothing? And then you find out like you end up in the ocean with happy and judgment. Like it's better than you could have imagined. We got Pisces, Libra, Pisces, Leo, Scorpio. Could be dealing with any of those signs. It's the outcome with judgment. I feel like there's something that you need to make a damn decision on as well. There's something that you have to do. You could be keeping it quiet and like kind of just like keeping it at bay, the way that she's like taming this beast. She's not saying anything. She's keeping it to herself because she wants to be free and independent. But you doing this, maybe not making this a decision, maybe keeping it to yourself. The Knight of Wands is also unreliable in ways. They're fast going and fast coming, and you may put yourself in a situation where you're drowned and overwhelmed. Everything is destroyed. The empty room. Damn. The orphan. Yeah, there's something that you've got to make a decision on. There's some kind of beast that you're like taming right now, and you're gonna have to make a judgment call on it and get it taken care of. The judge and justice. Something could have to do with like legal something. Seven of Cups. And the Ten of Cups. Some of you could be dealing with a Scorpio family member or just dealing with another Scorpio. So first comes judgment, which is a clear decision, it's like you may not even be making this decision. God is making it for you. The universe is making it for you. Because you seem to be looking at all these different cups. And what does the Seven of Cups represent? Another Scorpio card. What it represents? Confusion. It represents looking at all the different options when you got a judgment call right here and being at the verge of choosing a snake, choosing danger over, you know what I mean, fulfillment, logic, goodness. You've also got a lot of success, victory coming in here. You got support around you and some shady, shisty person watching. Conflict, you're like, no thanks. And then the Tower. I feel like some of y'all need to know that there's people watching and at a distance, and any chance they get, they'll like put swords into you or people you care about, something about that. The Nine of Cups, the Knight of Cups, and Temperance. Let's get another deck. Oh, I got a few different. first for everything today for me. I gotta find the rest of my stuff. Oh, this is my time of year, Pisces. I got so much stuff that I was gonna bring in here. I got so much stuff that would literally go perfect in here. Y'all are lucky you got to watch me light my favorite candle I've ever had. I got tons of stuff, but we only have this little amount of room. And if I switch the view, somebody is going to be like, oh, I want to see the full spread. All right, Pisces, let's see what's going on with you on your new little venture. You could have also like put somebody at a test, like, would you, or somebody here could have put another person to a test, like, would you pour into me if I had absolutely nothing? And I was like, duh. And then you're like, oh, okay. I see you choosing like family, a group that makes you extremely happy, or like emotional fulfillment here as well. Yeah, make absolute sure that you don't let anything come, you know what I mean? Because to have judgment here, a God-given gift, and the Ten of Cups, complete emotional fulfillment, happily ever after energy. Don't let Seven of Cups energy ever take away from your judgment and Ten of Cups. Whether it's in the form of grass is greener syndrome, a new job, that groupie energy that was coming out, needing more and more just for the sake of having more and more and more. You know, this is good though. This is a good outcome. And it could be you and other people exploring different options to kind of like jumping in this ocean together. Page of Wands and the Hanged Man. You could have like, somebody here could have presented news, sent a message to somebody like, hey, we can be happy now. But like in reality, it's like, oh my God, this is a horrible time. Something like that could have recently happened. Page of Wands and the Hanged Man. The Hanged Man twice. It's definitely my Pisces read. I feel like you're really open-minded, willing to see from all views. The Sun and the Five of Pentacles. I feel like this hard time, though, it could have really opened your eyes, like really exposed a lot to you. You have the Wheel of Fortune. You know, some kind of leap. We have Justice, the Death. So this could have sparked some huge beginning. Karmic. Damn. You could definitely be dealing with another Pisces, another Scorpio. The Seven of Wands here. Some kind of ending that started like this huge, that started a huge beginning. Look at all these majors. They're all majors, and Judgment twice. Yeah, I feel like I need to tell you guys, the closer that we get to October 31st, meeting November 1st, Scorpio season, you're going to be seeing a lot of people go through karma, and you will go through karma as well. The night of the 31st and November 1st is when the other world is able to come into our world, but it's also when deities and energies and angels and not so angelic beings can come and collect their dues. But it's like, it's when the universe evens the scales in a very spiritual way. So you yourself could be reaping some karma coming up. Could have something to do with a decision or legal matters or something that's got to be addressed here, so that you can be free and independent of something that right now it looks like you're just keeping it at bay, you're just keeping it quiet. Could have something to do, somebody could be traveling in the future. Something could have to do with travels. For other Pisces, like, that's a lot of like karma, justice, and death with the wheel. Yeah, you could have taken some like huge leap recently. It could have left you without. Anyway, that's coming to an end. But it could have left you like without financially, but poured into emotionally. Somebody could have a ton of Leo in their chart. I definitely feel like right now, heading into this energy, right now is not really the time to be keeping silence, secretives, keeping things hidden, because you do have the unseen. You could be dealing with another person that can see past anything anyways. Okay, outcome with judgment. What is this judgment for Pisces? Dang, the Tower. Heavy Scorpio energy. Again, the Tower represents all four winds of karma. This is also letting something like, this is a big change. The Hermit, Virgo energy. Some of you maybe staying inside more. Hermiting up in the home. Ten of Cups, the Tower and the Hermit. I don't even see this much Scorpio in a Scorpio read. Justice. This is really good. Like, I keep trying to look at it from multiple. There's like happiness here, fairness here, there's comfort here. There's like drastic change and like peace. However, somebody may have to deal with something that is like, it's a lot. It may be a lot to handle, but everything is temporary, and it may be due. It may be overdue. There's like a sadness as well, maybe about a walk away. Somebody is worried about their kid. Queen of Cups, Nine of Pentacles, Page of Swords, Ace of Pentacles, the Magician, and the Knight of Swords. Good for you. Somebody's making great, like manifesting great things financially, especially. You could be dealing with a Capricorn, Virgo, Taurus. There's two cards here of like walking away, and it could be you've been saying no for a long time. Now it's keeping you stuck. You can't walk away from something that's keeping you stuck. Like, yeah, somebody could have like a lot of anxiety about the past, things being held back, hoarding type energy as well. The Fool, Two of Cups, Ten of Wands. The Four of Wands and the Lovers. That's what I'm saying. Like, oh, this is cute. This is really cute. I'm not gonna keep digging for like something bad, at least for now, because it looks really good, but there's something here that you've got to face. You're gonna have to make a decision. If you don't, the universe will do it for you. You can guarantee that. And that could be, I may need to remind you of that before October 31st comes in. This could be a really big change for you, like a really big cycle, a beginning and an end at once. Somebody may get a cat. Pay attention if you're seeing cats. What's coming in for Pisces? What does Pisces need to pay attention to or look out for? Taming the wind. There you are. Taming some kind of wind path. Soul retrieval. So I almost feel like this is a message, like you might be putting things off out of comfort, out of just wanting to stay in this cocoon and just kind of keep something going the way that it is. What's coming in? The circle, that's like a repeated cycle. You may feel also like you're kind of like the caretaker, and here goes the universe, like two things. You could feel very supported by people around you and the universe. If you don't right now, you will very soon. There's a need for you to like make a decision by yourself, to yourself, for yourself on something instead of just taming it. There's a need for you to walk into the wind. Run into that motherfucker. Because in my head I'm thinking like, well, what's gonna happen if Pisces, if they just stay in their cocoon, continue to tame the wind? It's like a repeated cycle. The universe will make the decision for you. Yeah. Tree of life. There's some, you could be breaking like generational curses of some sort, family curses. Yeah, you have like an idea. There's like a new path that you're going down. You got a lot of support around you. Look at that. Smoke and mirror. You don't need to know the outcome. You don't have to know all the answers. The upper world. And the staff. The upper world and the staff. Like tons of support right now. Or this could be somebody that's around you, or somebody that's pouring into you, or this is, I don't know. It's very spiritual. It's very helpful. It's very sweet. Taming the wind and soul retrieval. It's coming in for Pisces. Advice for Pisces. We have the full moon in Pisces. Balance, spirituality, and practicality. Amen. Yeah, you have the full moon in Libra. A win-win outcome is forecast. And you have a new moon in Libra. A new romantic cycle begins. That's the last message Pisces needs to hear today. You have Psalm 121:5. The Lord is thy keeper. The Lord is thy shade upon thy right hand. The back says, we thank you, Father, for loving us so much that you bring answers in all areas of our lives. All right, Pisces, this is what I have for you today. Look at all this purple. A lot of like subconscious and psychic intuitive activation coming in. Make sure to like, comment, subscribe, and I will catch you guys in the next one. Bye.